Hello Year 7. So we're going to be finishing off the topic today with some fraction word problems. Going to be really careful you read these questions carefully. Okay, so it says 3/4 of every Year 7 class are boys. Remember I said if they write a word number in words, you change it to numbers. It's much easier to look at. So 3/4 of every Year 7 class are boys. Make sure you underline the 3/4 and the boys. There are 24 students in 7A, 20 in 7B, 28 in 7C, and 16 in 7D. The question says, how many boys are in Year 7? Underline boys and Year 7. So we're going to total up the students in Year 7. We're adding up all these numbers they gave us. We get a total of 88. Then we want to find the boys in Year 7. And up here they told you that 3/4 of the class were boys. So we're going to find 3/4 of 88. Of means times. So we're doing 3/4 times 88. Because that's a whole number, we put it over 1. Times your tops and times your bottoms. So we're going to do 3 times 88 over here and get 264. And on the bottom, 4 times 1 is 4. Then we're going to do 264 divided by 4. And we get 66 when we do that division. Part B says, how many girls are in 7C? So we wanted girls and just 7C. So the students in 7C was given to you earlier as 28. The boys make up 3/4 of the class. That means the girls would be 1/4. So we're going to find the girls in 7C. So we're going to find 1/4 of the 28 students in the class. Of means times. Remember that a whole number can be put over 1. So we're timesing our tops and timesing our bottoms, and we get 28 over 4. 28 divided by 4 is 7. So there's 7 girls in the 7C class. Okay, the next question, number 2. Anthony ate 2/5 of a pizza and Lisa ate 1/3. The first question wants to know who ate more. Now some of you might look at it and go, well, I know it's really easy to see 2/5 is bigger than 1/3. I'm just going to say Anthony. But some questions will say show your working. So we're going to do the working for it. So Anthony is 2/5 and Lisa is 1/3. We need to compare these fractions, so we need to get the same denominator. So we find a number that 5 and 3 both go into, and that is 15. Then we see what have we done to get that 15 here? We've times by 3, so we're doing the same to the top. And you'll get a 6 up there. Over here, what have we done to get a 15? We've times by 5. So we do the same to the top and we get a 5. So now you can see really easily, looking at the same denominator, that the one with more is this one, because 6 is bigger than 5. So that was Anthony. So Anthony ate more pizza. In the next question, part B, it says, what fraction of the pizza did they eat all together? The word all together means plus. We're going to be adding these up. So we're going to take our 2 fractions they gave us in the question, 2/5 and 1/3, and add them up. We normally have to find a common denominator so that we can add our fractions together, and we've already done that up here. So from part A, we know that 2/5 is 6/15, and 1/3 is 5/15. So now all we have to do is keep our denominator and add our tops. So they ate 11/15 of the pizza altogether. So when the next question says how much pizza was left, well, they've eaten 11/15 of the pizza. Some of you will know straight away that there must be 4/15 left. If you don't, it's 1 whole pizza minus what was eaten. So 1 minus 11/15. 1 whole is 15/15. And we're taking off 11/15. So keep your denominator and subtract those top 2 numbers. Okay, and the last question on the board is Mrs. Ryan's patio measures 5 metres by 3 metres. So it's a rectangle and it's 5 metres long and it's 3 metres wide. We want to know how many paving tiles does it contain on that veranda, on that patio, if 8.5 tiles are in 1 square metre. So this is your hint. You must start here. That means we have to find metres squared first. So that means we have to come up here and find the area of this rectangle. So we will do area later in the year, but I'm hoping from primary school you know that you have to just do length times breadth or length times width to find that area. So we'll get 15 metres squared. So every one of those metres squared has 8.5 tiles on it. So we're going to do 8.5 tiles, and that would be for 1 square metre. We're going to times by 15 because we have 15 square metres. So we're going to take the 8.5 and change it to an improper fraction. So remember, it's like a tick. Times first and then add. 8 times 2 is 16. Plus 1 is 17. Keep the bottom number. And we're timesing by 15, which is a whole number, so we put it over 1. Times your tops and times your bottoms. 17 times 15 I've done over here, and there's your answer. So it's 255 on the top, and 2 times 1 is 2. So now we're going to do this division, 255 divided by 2. So I've done it over here, and we get 127 remainder 1, and we write that as 127. The remainder goes on the top of the fraction, and whatever you divide it by goes on the bottom. So we have 127.5 tiles. I'll come back on the next video and we'll do some more examples.